In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Now here's Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento. And it's in there.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Here's Barnes. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. It's Bielitsa. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Ingram outside. On the wing, Holiday. Passes it to Williamson. 6 to shoot. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Ball with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Back to Ingram. Ball against Bogdanovich. Favors trying to break free. They get it again. Basket counts. Williamson's got 6.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Fox from outside off the mark. Pelicans leading by 4.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
Ball, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Ingram. Barnes passes to Bielitsa. Fox with it. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shoots from 14. Ball with the rebound. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group. Now, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Fox, and the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Some changes for Sacramento. Len comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. And New Orleans also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Lonzo Ball. Kept alive. There's the pass to Hield. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. This one for three. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento. On the wing, Holiday. Outside, Redick to the left side wing. And stolen by Bielitsa. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
A nice job by Bielitsa. Be patient. Look for teammates. He found one.
New Orleans leading by 6. Now Holiday. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Redick way outside.
Fox is so good on the offensive end with his quickness. Why not use it on the defensive end? He did there.
And so it's New Orleans. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Len, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Jackson. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their 2nd season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. New Orleans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Hield can't hit. New Orleans in the lead. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Hart kicks to Jackson. Back to Hart. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Parker. Offensive rebound. Outside for Jackson. And another turnover here by New Orleans. No points yet here in the 2nd quarter for them. And here in the 2nd, 2 minutes gone by. Hield outside. Pass to Giles. To the middle. Stolen away. Here's Hart. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Kicks to Redick. Back to Hart. From deep 3-point range. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Kings trailing. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg. And the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but it seems like they're off to a nice start.
Now here's Jackson. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Bazemore finds Parker. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Bazemore. Hart the pass to Okafor. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And some changes here for the Kings. Alex Lenz checked in for Parker. Harrison Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Joseph. Now here's Ingram. No points in the game yet for him. They need this one. The kick out to Holiday. From downtown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
In that game against the Spurs, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Williamson. Sacramento making their last shot. Over Bielitsa. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Ingram finds Okafor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season. You see how dangerous De'Aaron Fox can be when he uses that speed.
And here are the Kings now. They're on a 12-1 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there it is for him. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Ball kicks to Holiday. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
You think about Harrison Barnes when he won an NBA championship in his 3rd year in the league after being the 7th pick in the 2012 NBA draft.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, how did you... Man, that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Fox. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Fox passes to Bielitsa. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, the range for Bogdanovich continues to expand. He's showing real confidence taking the long bombs.
Now the feed to Williamson. Fox with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Trying to find holes. Gets it to him. And Bielitsa kicks to Barnes. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Passes to Bielitsa. The tray. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Kings leading now by 12.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Count that one. Bielitsa's got his first points of the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pelicans trail by 14. Ball dishes to Holiday. Goes up on the block. Here's Williamson with the putback. And there's Favors putting it right back in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now, here's Holmes. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Giles checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. Healds checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Shot by Heald, nobody around. Sacramento again missing. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. High post try, and good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Redick's got it back down to within single digits for New Orleans. Heald outside. Back to Joseph. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Some changes for Sacramento. Alex Lenz checked in for Harry Giles. Ken Bazemore comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. Drew Holiday is checked in for the Pelicans. It's going by Heald. Outside, Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Now, Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
1:19 left in the third quarter of the game. Melly passes to Hart from deep. Redick with the three. Oh, good on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. On the wing, Heald. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And the Kings lead by 13.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Here's Hayes outside for Redick. To the paint. And there's the pass to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Here's Melly, covered by Parker. And it's Melly missing. Sacramento leading by 13. And Parker, here we go. That one, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Holiday, it's good from the top of the key. Holiday's got his second bucket.
Flawless pick and roll motion there, executed to perfection by Drew Holiday.
And an intentional foul right there. For Sacramento, they have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. He doesn't get the second one. Pass to Hart. Back to Holiday. And so it's Sacramento up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton.
Hey, great job on defense of
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pelicans trail by 12. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Bielitsa. And it's Holmes in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Hayes. New Orleans moving it around. Holiday inside the line. Here's Okafor, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Outside Favors. Ball, the pass to Favors. Now here's Williamson. Ball dishes to Williamson. Lets it go with the 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Sacramento leading by 15. Fox finds Hield. Ball against Fox. Back to Hield. And the layup falls. Hield's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And here is Ball. Outside, Redick. Back to Ball. There's the triple. And the New Orleans Pelicans with another turnover here. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. And here's Barnes for 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Now, here's Ball. Deflects the pass. Here's Williamson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Fox against Ball. Now, here's Fox. Three-pointer, Hield. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ball, the pass to Favors. Here's Williamson. Fires top of the key. Rebound by the Kings. Fox with it. Now guarded by Ball. Fox dishes to Barnes. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. They trail by 18.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Now here's Hield. And Bielitsa kicks to Hield. A pass to Fox. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Now here's Jackson. Alexander Walker passes to Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Len with it, covered by Hayes. Len kicks to Farrell. No good with the triple.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And that one misses.
At the line for
He hits the second from the line. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Pass to Brewer. Here's Farrell. The three. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was...
All right, David.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
New Orleans, the Big Easy. That's the site for the Spurs.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best.
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And the starting group for the Spurs. You've got Jakob Poeltl. White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. Now here's Favors. Inside. And there's Williamson on the assist from Favors. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
The pass to Williamson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Williamson's got his second bucket tonight.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Murray against Ball. San Antonio with the rebound. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Ingram outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And the Spurs scoring again.
And when Poeltl sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Here's Favors. 2 points. That one goes. Favors has got his second basket of the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Knocked away. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Hey, he's always looking to go downhill. And when he's on the attack, he's going for the dunk.
San Antonio again turning it over. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Spurs, Gay comes in for Walker, and it's Bryn Forbes in for White.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And Poeltl sends it back. Here's Forbes. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Misses the 3. New Orleans in the lead. Redick passes to Hart. It's Redick on the wing. He's covered by Murray. There's the 3. And that's good. J.J. Redick for 3.
Very dangerous from outside the arc as he's been throughout his career. All Redick needs is a little separation, and he's golden.
Forbes the pass to Gay. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wide open look here for Murray. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Melly. On the wing, Jackson. With 2 seconds left, and he comes up with the deuce.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Deep 2 from Murray. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Pelicans lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression.
The people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining. And we see it over and over again.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pelicans.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
They've got Hart. Jackson is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Okafor. And it's Melly in at the 4-man position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Redick against Zeller. Puts up a 3. Forbes with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Derek White's checked in for the Spurs. And Holiday kicks to Williamson. No good from outside. San Antonio trailing here.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. So it's the Pelicans now. Here's Williamson. Gay with the block.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And so Favors nails both of them. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Now, here's Ball, covered by Mills. Ball with the bucket.
Ball likes that pick and roll action now. He's excellent at running. He's got a lot of experience doing it. He knows when to pass it or when to take the shot himself.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Ingram outside. Pass to Williamson. 1:51 left to play here in the half.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Favors finds Ball. Back to Favors. Ball, the pass to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram attacking, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
Hayes is checked in for Williamson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Here's Favors. That 3 off the mark. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
Or the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl. Mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old-school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in.
Virtually unfair. Actually, I'd say it is unfair for a 6'9" guy like Ingram to handle the pumpkin like that.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Ball kicks to Ingram. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The kick out to Holiday. Ingram outside. Got it up. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
On the court for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Oh, that was a
such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Here's Favors, and Pirtle sends it back. Ball. Unable to get that one. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
San Antonio again missing. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Williamson. Up again. The putback is no good.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
For 3, Murray. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Well, for New Orleans, shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Pass the ball. It's Redick on the wing. Back to ball. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Okafor. Here's Williamson. Lays it up off the glass. Williamson's got 4 this quarter.
And Williamson doesn't let up, consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Walker against Redick. Pirtle. Tip back in for 2. Pirtle's got 5.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
16 feet away, and Okafor at the basket on the assist by Holiday. Okafor's got his second basket.
He's got long arms, the wide frame. Add to that a fast release, and he's able to get shots over defenders before they can challenge. When he's hitting that, there's not a whole lot you can do to stop him.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat. Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for DeRozan. Bellinelli comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. It's good. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Ray, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Eric, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
Here's Hayes. Rebound, San Antonio.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Forbes dishes to Gay. 1:05 left in the third quarter. That one falls.
This has been Gay's go-to shot throughout his career. I mean, the mid-range he's got, wet.
And the pass to Melly. Here's Hart. Bellinelli is covering. Let's go. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. The Spurs also changing it up. Zeller comes in for Pirtle, and it's Mills in for Murray. Passes it to Zeller. He kicks it to Mills for the lead, and that's 2 points on the layup. Mills has got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
The Spurs have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. No good on the free throw. And he ends up missing both free throws. Pass to Forbes. From deep three-point range. He's off on that one. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Spurs out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Ingram is out there with Hayes. Then there's Favors. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Hart in at the 2 guard. That's the Pelicans 5. Taken away. Hayes, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Here's Mills, and the rejection by Favors. Here's Hayes, pass to Redick, and Hart has it in the corner. New Orleans moving the ball around, and there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Hayes. 6 points for J.J. Redick.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
Gay kicks to Mills. Shoots the 3. He can't get that one to fall. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Redick for 3, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And Gabe with the second chance points.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Holiday comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for J.J. Redick. Got a hand on it.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
Here's Ball. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for San Antonio. Walker's checked in for DeRozan. Derek White comes in for Brent Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Not a guy you can stop by fouling. Williamson too focused and too powerful.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Ball, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Murray, the pass to White. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
So skilled at slashing towards the hoop. When Gay goes strong, he's hard to contain.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Williamson kicks the ball. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Williamson.
This is why they go to Zion. And his teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done. And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Ingram wide open. The three-pointer no good. Spurs trail by 4. Here's White. Favors with the rebound. And it's the Pelicans ball. They're on a 14-6 run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. New Orleans making a switch here. Redick is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeRozan's checked in.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Here's White. Pelicans pull it in.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And the Spurs with possession. Stolen by Ball. Ingram dishes to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And, you know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Back to Ingram. To the inside. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's White. Good! Now just a 2-point New Orleans lead.
Boy, Murray's court vision, very sharp.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and thanks for joining us. Noche DA.
Well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. Here we go. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for San Antonio, White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Great open look there.
And when Poeltl sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Lets it go. From the top of the key, he buries it. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell working in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
And so here's Sacramento after the basket by San Antonio.
I mean, having a point guard who can attack the basket like Fox is priceless. I mean, they love to see him take it up strong like that.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Bogdanovich. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Murray. Spurs passing it around. Walker's shot is off.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something that's rarely a good idea.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Here's Fox following the score by Jakob Poeltl. Holmes kicks to Barnes. To Holmes. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Fox. Pass to Holmes. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide open 3 like that.
Outside, White. Shot from the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time. Well, when you think about the Kings, you know they are going to let it fly. The team is loaded up on players deadly from outside. They've adapted and embraced the long ball there. He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
From deep, Walker. Offensive rebound.
And Poeltl has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the board.
Now, here's Holmes. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And the shooting with this Kings team last season, Chris, a major strength, as you said.
Yeah, and their whole offense has benefited from it, Kevin. I mean, they were 4th in the league in three-pointers last year. Finding points won't be a problem for the Kings going forward.
There's Walker with the 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
the real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Here's DeRozan. Hurdle trying to get open. DeRozan's shot is off.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
The Kings shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Holmes. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gay's checked in for DeRozan. Bellinelli comes in for Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. That's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Giles checked in for Bielitsa. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And here's Mills from the arc. The rebound by Giles. And the Kings pushing it up now. He tries for three. Goes back up. The pass to Bazemore. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Sinks the triple.
What timing from Hill. Love how he sizes up these opportunities as the pass is coming his way.
We come back right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Len in at the 5 down low. Now here's Mills after the miss from Buddy Hield. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Hield with the bucket. Hield's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And finished off by Gay.
And when Gay is nearby, you have to be aware of his vertical. He really rocks the rims on these jams.
Pass to Len, and stolen by Zeller. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Bellinelli's got the ball, puts it up from 12. That's good from Gay on the assist by Mills. Gay's got 4 points in the quarter. Joseph looking around. Hield outside. Now here's Joseph, covered by Mills. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful tonight.
For 3. Bazemore grabs the miss. The Kings have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Hield with the bucket. Hield's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas. He blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
And when Gay is sprinting to the hoop, you have a feeling he's going to do something special. His dunks are just unreal.
Down low, and the dunk by Len.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And Rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight? It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Here's Gay, and finished off by Gay.
Oh, you got to respect Gay's ability to bury shots on the drive. He gets to the rim in no time.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. Just when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's two names. Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on the board.
And Mills kicks to Zeller. Here is Forbes, covered by Heel. Here's DeRozan. A three-pointer off the mark. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Parker. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Healed with the bucket.
And they have been really active on the boards this quarter. Those second chance points are keeping them in the game.
Mills finds Zeller. Stolen by Len. And the Kings pushing it up now. Parker's running. Healed, can't hit. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gay passes to Mills. Count it from 12.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Pass to Len. And here is Fox. Shot from free throw range. And no good that time. Rudy Gay, he's feeling it tonight. And he's been the driving force for San Antonio. He notched 8 points in the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that's a wrap with the third.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively. The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Doesn't have to break stride at all, thanks to the money lead pass.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And Poeltl is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
Here's Fox. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, he can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Poeltl, the pass to Murray. He dishes it to Walker. Back to Murray. Fires for three. Rebound by the Kings. Barnes kicks to Fox. Back to Barnes. Fox against Murray. The pass to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Shoots over White. Bogdanovich, no luck. Spurs trail by 3. DeRozan finds Murray. Back to DeRozan. Murray outside. Passes to Pirtle. Outside, Walker. DeRozan on the wing. Guarded by Fox. Pass to Walker. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Walker's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Holmes. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. And a miss there on the triple.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Murray, good.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. Over Murray. Fox, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Murray, no good. Sacramento's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
Now that's team basketball. Bielitsa doing a nice job getting the ball to the open man.
Back to Pirtle. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Pirtle's got 9 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
It's Bielitsa. Count that bucket.
And that D, that ain't gonna cut it. Once Bielitsa is established, he's gonna find ways to score.
Here's DeRozan. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Nailed from three-point land.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the 3 as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operated outside the three-point line.
But he gets it back. Pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. Walker against Bogdanovich. No dice from the high post.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings.
No excuse for not boxing out Bogdanovich. He'll torch you for that mistake more often than not.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Back to Fox. Shoots from the elbow. And the shot is long. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's Sacramento leading by a point. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. The pass to Forbes. Just his first attempt, and he drops that one in.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Hield outside. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Oh, man, it's great to see Bellinelli working that mid-range jumper. Defenses have to be more wary of him from there, given his sweet stroke.
Outside, Joseph. Back to Hield. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, San Antonio. Pirtle's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Forbes. That one good for 2.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
The Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. And then for Sacramento, Len comes in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Corey Joseph. Hield from outside. Again, Hield missing.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
4. San Antonio again missing. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 4. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now Pirtle. Here's Mills. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. And the Spurs lead by 4. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 6th assist on the night.
Hield doesn't fear anyone. Phenomenal at keeping his eyes on the rim. He enjoys sinking these tough shots.
Pirtle, the pass to Mills. Here is Forbes. Passes it to Pirtle. Spurs passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mills. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Mills has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Spurs. Sacramento's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Len passes to Giles. Pass to Fox. .152 left in the 4th quarter. No good with the elbow jumper. Forbes the pass to Gay. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Pass to DeRozan. Here is Forbes, covered by Parker. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. That shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Parker kicks to Fox. Hield outside. Over Mills. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. 18 points for Buddy Hield.
What a play by Hield. Wow. Just embracing the chance to take the big shot right there. It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Out to Parker. Three-pointer, Hield. And Pirtle pulls it down. For the Spurs with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Here's DeRozan. It counts.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Parker's shot is off. Fox with the steal. Hield from outside. And Pirtle pulls it down. Forbes dishes to Mills. Here is Forbes. Back to Mills. For the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. From deep. No good. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. Probably a little closer. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game.
And we've got, well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Kings. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, New Orleans tied up with them.
And checking out Sacramento, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. Here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox getting some room and getting up.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and detour a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
They grab their own miss. Here's Fox, and the 3 ball is good. Fox has got 5.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
Ingram outside. Williamson with it. Bielitsa's there. And the dunk by Williamson.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Fox against Ball. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Back to Fox. Shoots over Ball. No good on the shot. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Passes it to Ingram. And here is Williamson. Rebound by Bielitsa. A drive by Barnes. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
And checking out the numbers for Barnes, over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And it's Williamson missing.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Healed with the bucket. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that your
the 4th
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Len dishes to Barnes. Shoots over Ingram. Barnes finds Len. Three-pointer Healed. Another three for Sacramento.
Timeout.
Well, the more Fox does that, the more he's going to be looked at like a leader.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Kings, Harry Giles is checked in for Bielitsa. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And the dunk by Len.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Pelicans trail by 9. Redick surveying the D. From past the arc. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Hield. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Now here's Jackson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Kings leading now by 8. Hield outside. Hayes with the steal. Pass to Redick. Now here's Jackson. Back to Redick. The 3. Len grabs the board. That's a 2 from Hield. And so it's Sacramento in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Parker, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. Let's take this chance to go to the 2K leaderboard and display the best free throw shooters of the second half of the season. Second is Buddy Hield.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans.
Quietly, Buddy Hield has had some good moments in the NBA thus far. I know coming in, a lot of attention as a high draft choice, but his offensive game and the players around him as they get better are helping Buddy Hield out.
Jackson against Joseph. That one rolling around and rims out. Pelicans trail by 7. Redick for 3. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, the new front office in New Orleans, led by David Griffin, opting to keep Alvin Gentry as a head coach, a great decision because the players that they brought in the trade for Anthony Davis are going to love to play at that fast pace. You add Zion Williamson to that mix, this team immediately becomes one of the more interesting and exciting young teams in the NBA.
From 18 feet away, they get it back. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
To the paint, here's Parker. Lays it up and banks it in. And Brent, a lot of times when a new head of basketball operations is hired, a new coach is coming up next.
Well, the continuity there is interesting because of the time that Alvin Gentry spent in Phoenix, and David Griffin was there with the Suns as well. And so that's going to help out this young core, that they know that there's a collective consciousness coming from both the coach and the front office for them to lay the foundation of what this new Pelican team is going to be all about.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Serbian shooting guard showing that he has the ability to get up.
Here's Hart. really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Redick with the three. That one's good. Just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Giles the pass to Parker. And it's Melly with the rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanović. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's around 14 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Back to Hart from outside the arc. Barnes grabs the miss. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Parker. Can't cash in from close range. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Okafor gets the bucket.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Holiday with the three. It's hauled in by the Kings. They've led by as many as 11 points. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pelicans trail by 10. Hart the pass to Melly. Fox with the steal. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Parker leading the charge. And that one's good. Barnes.
Well, when Harrison Barnes makes shots like that, confidence grows. He's feeling it. Teammates are going to start feeding off of that.
Redick against Bogdanović from the arc. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Bogdanović. And now Sacramento on the break. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
No problem from Harrison Barnes. They're getting up and throwing it down.
Outside, Redick. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Kings now. Bogdanović looking around. Now Fox. Here's Barnes. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Sacramento came out looking very confident. They put together the kind of powerful run that every team... And...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spot. And it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Barnes against Ingram. Holmes, good. Holmes got his first bucket of the night. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gap. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Williamson, the layup missed. Kings leading now by 16. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. And now the Pelicans on the break. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, and Ball constantly looking for ways to come up with steals. Outstanding at covering a lot of ground with his overall length.
And stolen by Favors. Lobs it up for Holiday.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Bogdanovich against Holiday. Bogdanovich, no luck.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Williamson. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Fox with the drive.
So shifty. Fox gets in there anytime he wants to.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 14-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Ingram wide open. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got his first 3 points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Well, if there was ever a no-doubt number 1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent, New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
And the layup's good off the glass. Williamson's got 10 points.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Pelicans trailed by 11. Here's Williamson. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. He's got 12.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Fox against Ball. Fox, no good. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And finished off by Williamson.
Not a guy you can stop by fouling. Williamson too focused and too powerful.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball. Then for the Kings, Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Ken Bazemore comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Williamson, Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Taken away by Hayes. The pass to Williamson, stolen by Len. And the dunk by Bazemore.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Hield. Misses the shot. And so it's Sacramento going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays. So valuable.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Giles, and it's Len in at the center, filling out the middle. Shot by Joseph, no good. Pelicans trail by 10. And there's Williamson on the assist from Reddick. And that's now 17 points for Zion Williamson. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Ball against Joseph. Three-pointer, Hield. Ball with the rebound. Pelicans shooting the ball at 42%. Back to Hart. Pass to Williamson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Reddick with the three. It's hauled in by the Kings. Len's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bielitsa passes to Hield. Back to Bielitsa. Passes to Hield. Here's Bielitsa. Back to Hield. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Here's Ball. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Holiday's checked in for Ball. Jabari Parker's checked in for Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Corey Joseph. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. At the top of the key, Len. Lots of room. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And the moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
In that game against the Spurs, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Parker finds Bielitsa. Off target with his 3. Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Hart. Up again. Len grabs the board. Kings have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. In the corner, it's Hield. There's the dish to Parker. Pass to Fox. Over to the wing. There's the pass to Len. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, that goes in. And it's a 12-point Kings lead. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Sacramento.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for De'Aaron Fox.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Here's Williamson. Makes it off the glass.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Fox dishes to Heel. Len up top, covered by Hayes. And the dunk by Len.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And Hart has it in the corner. Redick with the 3. Len grabs the board.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town. Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it.
A Spurs team walking to the locker room earlier, determined to have a big night on their home. And before we...
Well, guys,
great vision, David. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Spurs, DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that
team. Murray against Ball. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Walker. And another basket for San Antonio. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. 4-point game. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
For 3, Murray. Offensive rebound.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray against Ball. Outside Holiday. Rebound by Murray. The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
Now here's Williamson. Defense is right there. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Walker with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Outside DeRozan. The second effort. The putback. Walker on the foul. Walker's got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
New Orleans moving it around. And Pirtle sends it back.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Walker goes in, and the dunk by Walker.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the chart.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And here's Mills for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. And a deep 3 from Redick from beyond the arc, and then some. For Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
And you know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Here's Gay, and the jam by Rudy Gay.
You know Rudy likes showing off. He's definitely got hops, a sensational dunker.
Hayes is checked in for Williamson. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the evening.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That one misses for Gay.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
Zeller finds Bellinelli. Back to Zeller. And here's Mills from the arc. Traps in the tray.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Pelicans trail by 8. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Fires the 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Bellinelli. It's rebounded by Hayes. Redick for 3. But they get it back. Here's the 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
That's nice defense by Bryn Forbes. He's a gamer. He's going to get
back right after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Tyler Zeller out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Bellinelli, then it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Redick with the 3. That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Here's Gay. Rebounded by Jackson.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Hart, no good. San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Forbes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Clock at 6. Redick with the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Redick's got 9.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Back to DeRozan. Out to the wing. Takes the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Redick for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Shots good by Mills. 5 points in the game.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Redick. Launches it. No good there. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go-around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
And Hayes kicks to Redick. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Outside Jackson. Launches a three. Okafor. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Nobody near Gay. It's rebounded by Hayes. And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis. Instead, they have acquired a lot of young talent, a ton of it. In time, they'll become a team, in my opinion, to be reckoned with.
And it's good, 2 points. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Redick passes to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
Outside DeRozan. Now the pass to Zeller. It's deflected, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. Whitey's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. San Antonio leading. Here's Murray. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Holiday gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Pass to Melly. Nice D from DeRozan. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Holiday. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And DeRozan. Here we go. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
The athleticism on display there. For as big as Williamson is, he moves so fast and so decisively.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVP?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now. And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
This is Williamson's game. He's a scorer, and he knows his team relies on him to do it.
Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. For the tie, Favors trying to break free. Great positioning on the putback. And that'll tie this game up.
You love the effort of Favors on the glass. He's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Passes it to Favors. Ball against Murray. On the wing, Holiday. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The former third overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
And the Spurs with some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for DeRozan. Bryn Forbes comes in for White, and it's Mills in for Murray.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's what I think the Spurs separate from other organizations. Love the razor-sharp focus. Hurdle bouncing off contact and finishing well.
Pass to Melly. Redick inside the line, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Redick's got the lead up to 2 now for New Orleans. Here's Pirtle. Banked in off the glass. Pirtle's got 4 points this quarter.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Holiday, the pass to Favors. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And perimeter shooting, never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
San Antonio making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
51 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot's good by Gay.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Outside, Redick lets the 3 fly. The shot comes out. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Gay. Here's Pirtle. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Pirtle's got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Redick for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Redick's got 11 in the second half.
Redick is getting loose tonight. When he's shooting like this, you keep putting the ball in his hands.
Pirtle dishes to Mills. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
Here's Melly. Back to Redick. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Mills. Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Inside, here's Ball. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ball's got his first basket of the night.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Here's Gay. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Redick for 3. Walker with the rebound. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. Trailing by 2. To the middle. Outside for Redick. 3-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Redick's got 29 in the game.
Redick is known for being a bomber, a fearless shooter who has the green light to pull up from anywhere. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
From deep. And that's collected by Gay.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
The shot by Redick, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Williamson's checked in. Here's Walker. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's Ball in the corner. And there's the pass to Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul. And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. Takes a 3. The shot by Redick, no good.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Walker on the follow. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
DeRozan brings the double team. And stolen by White. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And you could tell DeMar DeRozan wanted that one. Big-time shot maker. Give him the rock.
And it's Ball in the corner. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. And that one's good by Favors.
Whenever Favors' team needs him to step up in a big juncture of the game, he's ready.
And that one drops for him. And the Spurs lead by 1.
You won't see this young man turn down big shots. Murray believes in himself, and so does this team.
Redick for three. And the dunk by Williamson.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Goes up the baseline. The putback. Here's Pirtle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on J.J. Redick.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
What you love about Jakob Pirtle is his size. A 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Here's Williamson. Murray with the defensive effort. San Antonio leading. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 6 in the quarter. And the Pelicans shooting the ball at 42%. Ingram wide open. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And how about the focus of Ingram? Not getting overtaken by the heat of the moment, nailing the shot in the face of the defender. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Redick is checked in.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
And Holiday kicks to Redick. Back to Holiday. Outside Redick. Three-pointer. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
It's good on the putback.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
Got it. DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. Redick for three. And it's White with the rebound.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Wide open look here for Murray. No good on the quick three. And the miss. And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was up for grabs. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying
team tried me to edit. Yeah, I see face, look at it. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute in the play to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm just.
Hello, basketball fan, and David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. A lot to talk about this, David. Some new ground, certainly to look at. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection's been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got DeRozan. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovic pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the center, walking down the middle. San Antonio with the ball. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Now, here's Holmes. Eyes again. And White with the block. And they'll keep possession. Fox finds Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Kings. 6 on the shot clock. Sacramento again missing.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. DeRozan passes to Poeltl. DeRozan dishes to White. Offline with his 3. Kings have got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field in what's been a very difficult start for them.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And stolen by Bielitsa to end the drought, and the dunk by Bielitsa.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. After the miss from Jakob Poeltl. Nobody near Barnes. Hits the three-point bomb.
Decision-making of Barnes is really solid. Knows he has a green light to fire as soon as he catches the pass, and that's what he does.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Walker's got 6 points. And it's Fox with the ball for Sacramento. They trail by 1. Here's Holmes. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's White. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
Bogdanovic passes to Fox, and the shot goes in. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say. So you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
And Bielitsa kicks to Barnes. Inside. And Holmes Williams throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Fox. Rebound by Murray.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And finished off by Walker.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
And he's good on the three ball. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Barnes dishes to Fox. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Fox has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome, getting good positioning close to the basket.
And so it's Sacramento with a 6-point lead at the end. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Zeller. Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Sacramento leading by 6. On the wing, Hield. Jacks up a 3. Gay with the defensive effort.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the paint, trying to find Mills. Gets it to him. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Forbes. Over Hield. Gets a hand on it. And Gay with the second chance points.
Boy, Gay doing a nice job to corral that rebound. A sneaky good play there. He corralled it and finished it.
Len passes to Baseman. Oh, good on the triple. Spurs trail by 4. And the pass to Gay. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You got to stay physical and stay aggressive if you're Rudy Gay. Force the defense to make some mistakes.
Rudy Gay hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Hield kicks to Joseph. Again, the miss by the Kings. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Spurs passing it around. From the arc. Forbes can't get it to go. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Len. Here's Giles. Len dishes to Joseph. Now here's Hield. He's guarded closely. Len passes to Joseph. On the wing, Hield takes the 3. Zeller grabs the board. San Antonio trailing here. Gay kicks to Mills. Over to the left wing. Passes it to Forbes. Now here's Mills. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
And it's Hield off the drive. Again, Hield missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
On the wing, Bellinelli. He kicks it to Mills. Pass to Forbes. Back to Mills. Puts it up from 15. Gay. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Joseph up top. Bazemore against Bellinelli. Len with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Here's Giles. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Markers checked in for Giles. Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. Now here's Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Hield attacking. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bielitz is checked in, then for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller, and Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Three-pointer, Hield gets the three-pointer to fall. Hield's got 6 points in the quarter.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the court.
Up again, great positioning on the putback.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Back to Bielitz. This one for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bielitz has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
San Antonio making a switch here. White's checked in.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pirtle dishes to Gay. To the inside. Here's Murray. And yes, it's good. Murray's got his second basket of the game.
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
Hield can't hit. Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for the Sacramento Kings. He notched 8 points in the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny. That's all for now. 6.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there at Bielitz, and it's Barnes in at the 3. Back to Bogdanovich. A lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly, Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
And DeRozan kicks to White. Shoots. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and number 1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Fox against Murray. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Kings. Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Ken Bazemore comes in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Murray. Mills can't hit.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
The feed to Barnes. Outside, Joseph. Barnes against DeRozan. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle. Positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
The pass to Mills. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mills has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Bazemore passes to Barnes. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Spurs trail by 7. Walker in the corner. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Giles. Barnes left side. It's Bielitsa. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's DeRozan. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, this is exactly DeRozan's role. He's a natural-born scorer, and he does it in a lot of different ways.
Joseph finds Barnes. Back to Joseph. Barnes looking around. It's deflected.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Giles, defended by Pirtle. 41 seconds left in the third, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Good on the shot. Mills has got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Spurs trail by 3. Back to DeRozan. Stolen by Joseph. Barnes outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on DeRozan.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player. Becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
Here's DeRozan. And that one, good. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Kings lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2 guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Tyler Zeller out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. DeRozan dishes to Zeller. Outside DeRozan. At the top of the key, Forbes. Overhealed. Forbes can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. For 3, Murray knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, you know, that part of Murray's game has to be there for him, and I know how hard he's worked to improve his three-point shooting. Good to see.
Healed outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Puts it up from 12. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Kings lead by 6.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Kings moving the ball around. Three-pointer Hield. And another 3 for Sacramento.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That is a DeRozan specialty there. Draw contact, convert, and then head to the line for a freebie. Not by accident. That's his plan.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. San Antonio also making some changes. Caperto comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Whiten for Bryn Forbes. Hield can't hit.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The shot's good.
Well, I love seeing Gay go right up with the shot off the pass. No wasted motion.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Hield. And here is Holmes. They kick out to Hield. Holmes passes to Hield. 5 on the clock. For 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Murray. Back to DeRozan. In the corner, Murray with it. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Now just a 1-point Kings lead. Fox against Murray. Back to Fox. Outside Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. Shoots over White. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Buddy Hield.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Spurs trail by 5. White drives in, and the shot is good.
Well, a nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Murray against Fox. That's to Len. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Here's White. The kick out to Walker. From outside the arc. Hurdle. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Hurdle. He's more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Hield the pass to Fox. Back to Hield. Shoots the 3. Doesn't go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. That's tipped. Kicks to Parker. Back to Hield. Pulls up. Money!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
From deep three-point range, off the mark. So the Kings win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some time.